Hello, welcome to my project video that I'm about to show you what I did, as you can see, it says my Photoshop project by me. So let's get into this. My description of my project, I just wanted to do Photoshop, typography, brush effect, 3D letters, and I didn't get to twisted lighting because I redid my brush effect, but it's all good though. I made a better version of my brush effect, so I guess it was worth it. I wanted to find out new things in Photoshop, and most of all, I wanted to learn how to have more fun with Photoshop. That was one of the things that I wanted to do. Um, okay, so my plan. Oh, let me whip that out here. Where'd it go? Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay. So this is my plan. These are all the tutorials that I used. Well, I didn't use the twisted lighting one, but this 3D letters one, this guy was pretty good. He showed me how to do that. Let's see here. This AD Academy, they're pretty good. They did some pretty decent stuff. They just don't have voices with it, I don't think. Yeah, no, they don't. They just have some weird music on. And then, oh, this guy was kind of good too, but I didn't use his tutorial. So yeah. My challenges, my plan. Well, I had to skip the twisted lighting because I messed up on the uh, brush thing, so I just didn't even do the twisted lighting, and I just replaced the fourth week with my brush thing. So I mean that was it was a sacrifice I had to make, uh, for a better project, Okay, so my 3D letters. This is my final thing. I thought it turned out pretty well. I liked it. I like all the shadow in the back and how it looks all 3D with the gray. Yeah, I don't know. Those are my initials, by the way. Um, the little red pattern on here. I don't know. I like how it turned out. I really do. That's probably my favorite of the things I did. Here's me in the 3D area of things. It's pretty cool. I liked it. I didn't even know the 3D part existed, so I was happy to learn new things about the 3D area. Here's it rendering. It's just loading all the new stuff that I did, so that was nice. I did enjoy trying out all the new 3D stuff. If you haven't ever tried that, it's pretty neat, I think. On to the next one. Okay, so this is my. It looks kind of dark here, but that's okay. I did a typography of Dwight from The Office, if you don't know who he is. And I just used I cut his face in half, put a layer mask on this, an inverted layer mask. So then I could use a brush on this thing. So it was pretty neat, I think. I just put a brush on. It took me a few tries to get the right brush, but other than that, I thought it was pretty swell. Here's a dummy brush, I guess. And then here's the layers I did. As you can see, I cut his face in half and put a layer mask on, and then I tried to brighten it there. Yeah, thanks to Chris for helping me with that. But yeah, that was my typography. I did the typing and all that. It was pretty fun. I liked that idea that I had. Okay, so here's the pretty uncritical eye of me Photoshop. Mrs. Dink wanted me to redo it, so I just put so I did a redo of this in my fourth week. I like Han Solo, so I did one of him. He's a pretty cool cat. Yeah, and then I learned about this whole new gradient thing. It's pretty cool. Really liked making the background. You can mess with all the different tools and all the patterns that you can do and mess with the degrees and angles. So it's a pretty neat tool to make a sleek looking background, I guess. Okay, here are all the brushes that I use, watercolor and normal paint ones. And then these are my layers. I just did another layer mask thing and inverted it so then I could put the brush, I could color over it and get the part of Han Solo that I wanted. So then this is my final thing. Oh crap! This is my final thing. This is the more sophisticated side of the whole dealio. I like how it turned out, minus this top part, but you know, I thought it looked a lot better with the watercolor and all that. So I appreciated putting in the extra time. Things that I learned. Well, just went in. Learned all about the brushes. You gotta have the wording in the right area to make it fit the head. Make sure there's not enough space. Use good words. Make it interesting. How to make those backgrounds with that gradient thing. That's what I did. It's pretty neat. I like that. And then inverting layer mask. That was a lot of what I did. As I told you earlier, it was really that's how you do a lot of things in Photoshop, I guess. And then the 3D part of Photoshop didn't even know it existed, so I was pretty happy with how it turned out. Okay. So thank you for that. I'm gonna go now. Bye.